End the Fed by Dr. Ron Paul is a compelling and thought-provoking exploration of the Federal Reserve System and its impact on the United States economy. Dr. Paul, a former U.S. Congressman, presidential candidate, and a staunch advocate for limited government and sound monetary policy, delivers a passionate critique of the central banking system. Summary. In End the Fed, Dr. Ron Paul exhibits a well-reasoned argument against the Federal Reserve, outlining its historical origins, its role in shaping economic policies, and the consequences of a system he believes is fundamentally flawed. The book traces the history of central banking in the United States, shedding light on the dangers of fiat currency, inflation, and the erosion of individual liberties. Dr. Paul argues that the Federal Reserve's ability to manipulate interest rates and control the money supply gives it unchecked power that can lead to economic instability, wealth inequality, and a devaluation of the currency. He contends that the secrecy and lack of accountability surrounding the Fed contribute to a system where decisions are made in the interest of a select few rather than the public. Monetary policy critique. Dr. Paul meticulously dissects the mechanisms of monetary policy, scrutinizing the consequences of a system that allows central banks to intervene in the economy. He emphasizes the importance of returning to a sound, commodity-backed currency to safeguard against inflation and economic volatility. Transparency and accountability. A recurring theme is the lack of transparency and accountability within the Federal Reserve. Dr. Paul argues that a secretive central bank is incompatible with democratic principles and can lead to decisions that benefit the financial elite at the expense of the broader population. Liberty and limited government. Rooted in his libertarian philosophy, Dr. Paul advocates for limited government intervention in economic affairs. He contends that a truly free market system, without the distortions created by central banking, would lead to greater economic stability and individual freedom. Strengths. Clarity of argument. Dr. Paul presents complex economic concepts in a clear and accessible manner, making the book suitable for readers with varying levels of economic expertise. His straightforward writing style ensures that the central arguments are easily comprehensible. Historical context. The book provides a historical context for the development of central banking in the U.S., offering readers a comprehensive understanding of how the Federal Reserve came into existence and evolved over time. Critiques. Lack of alternative solutions. Some critics argue that while Dr. Paul effectively critiques the Federal Reserve, the book could benefit from a more detailed exploration of alternative monetary systems or policy frameworks. Conclusion. End the Fed is a compelling and impassioned critique of the Federal Reserve System by one of its most vocal critics, Dr. Ron Paul. Regardless of one's political or economic ideology, the book serves as an important contribution to the ongoing dialogue about the role of central banking in the United States. Dr. Paul's call for increased transparency, accountability, and a re-evaluation of the nation's monetary policy is likely to resonate with readers interested in understanding the complexities of the U.S. financial system and the potential consequences of central banking. For more reviews, visit A Conscious Conservative at www.conservativeconscious.blogspot.com.